Sawyer here with the Sawyer Family Reviews channel. Today is Thursday, December 27th, 2018. This is your weekly comic book pickups video. Every week, I pick up my boys at least one comic each. Oftentimes, it's more than one. And I pick up my daughter, Gracie, one as well, even though she can't read yet. I pick up all my comics at Queen City Comics in Fairfield, Ohio. Zip code is 45014. If you're in that area and into comics, check out the shop. All right. Yes, this is a day late. It's because ordinarily I put these videos up on Wednesdays. The comics this week were kind of odd, though. They're very light, with slim pickings, because it's an off week due to the holiday. So Diamond actually shipped the books that were dated for this week last week with the other shipment, and there was very few new titles put out this week due to the holiday. I think maybe there were 12 new titles maybe on the wall. So I didn't actually go in and do files and help out in the morning like I usually do, because we did all the books last week. So I picked these books up at night on the way home. And I tried to get this week only stuff from the new wall, and I accomplished it. So I have 4 books here. They're all from the new wall, no back issue cheats, for 4 different people. All right. First up is this Marvel Action Avengers. This is for Gracie. IDW is doing kids' versions of some of the Marvel books. They started with Star Wars, and I think they did a Spider-Man already that I may have already grabbed. And now this is an Avengers one. So this is more for a younger audience. But Gracie's been into superhero stuff lately. She got a Black Widow Marvel Legend for Christmas, and Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket. She's got an Iron Man. I think she's got a Captain America and a Hulk figure. So she's been into superhero stuff lately. I thought this would be a fun pick for her. In this story, written by Matthew Manning, art by John Samariva, it looks like Iron Man's armor goes under control by somebody else, and so the Avengers have to kind of stop him. You know, the art is cool. It's detailed, but it definitely has a kid vibe to it, which is nice. And it looks like the suits are influenced by the movies, and that makes sense. You know, the movies have made comic books into a household thing, and kids come into comic shops after seeing the movies and want to check out a comic. Something like this is great. So this is for her, $3.99, not bad. Next up is this book for my friend Matt. It's GoBots from IDW, issue 2. I got him the first issue. He likes this Tom Scioli guy. He got all the G.I. Joe Transformers series from him. And so when I told him he was doing GoBots, he was like, oh, I gotta check that out. That sounds like a ton of fun. And Tom Scioli's art has a very nostalgic feel to it to me for some reason. Like, it looks very much like these books could have come out in the 80s. Yeah, like this could have been like the little books they would do that were tied into the different toys, and like, I don't know, birthday party art, like a tablecloth or something. That's what this art reminds me of. It has a nostalgic feel to it. And IDW is playing that up as well with this paper printing they've got going on. I'm not sure if he intends that with his art, but it looks like the paper is printed to have that old look to it. You see how it's kind of yellowed with spots? And one thing I will say about his art, some people really dislike his art, other people really love it. I will say that he crams a lot into every page. Look how many panels are on these pages. I mean, there's just a ton of panels. He's not relying on big splash pages. It's just like tons and tons of panels. I guess this is the dude right here, Tom Scioli. Is a contemporary comics artist who gained prominence as a co-creator of Godland. That's the dude. So, Matt will dig that. Next up is a book for Keaton. This is Superior Spider-Man issue 1. And when I grabbed this book off the shelf, I thought it was just maybe spinning out of the events of Spider-Geddon, because the Superior Spider-Man had a team in there. And I thought that took place somewhere in the timeline of Otto being Superior Spider-Man while Peter Parker was gone away. In case you didn't know, at one point in time, Otto Octavius took over Peter Parker's body and was masquerading as Peter Parker and Spider-Man, and he became the Superior Spider-Man. Eventually that ended, and now Peter Parker is back to Spider-Man. But then this book, I thought was like maybe a spin-off of Spider-Geddon, but it apparently, Otto's in another body now, like a weird clone body of this guy called Tolliver. And so now the Superior Spider-Man exists still in our universe, or the regular universe. So there's a Spider-Man and a Superior Spider-Man, which I thought was a little strange. I don't know how much that's going to make sense in the long run, to have 2 Spider-Mans running around, especially when one of them calls himself the Superior Spider-Man. That might get a little weird. But the art is clean and decent. I think that Keaton will enjoy reading this, at least the first issue. I don't know who did the writing on this. They got that Stan Lee tribute thing going on again. Okay, here we go. Who's the writer? Christos Gage. He did the Spider-Geddon crossover, so he might dig this because he liked that a lot. Mike Hawthorne doing pencils. Okay, so go check that out. And last is a book for Blaze. I don't know why. I just saw this X-Force #1 sitting there. I'm like, man, it's a first issue. He might enjoy checking this out. So I went with it. And it looks like the team consists of Warpath, Boom Boom, Cannonball, Domino, Deathlock, Nathan Summers, like the X-Man version of Nathan Summers, not Cable, and Shatterstar. And I did find this art kind of intriguing. It's not the most detailed art in the world, but it has a cool vibe to it, and the guy can definitely handle action scenes. Like, it has a weird sort of animated vibe to it. The characters have kind of elongated faces, but the team seems cool. Nathan Summers comes and gets a broken down Deathlock and busts him out. I kind of flipped through this a little bit before I did the video. Warpath doing some cool stuff. Let's see. I need to get to the page where it actually gives the credits without spoiling something for you guys. Try not to show you too much. And then there's this backup story with Boom Boom. She isn't in the rest of the issue, I don't believe. So this backup story, I guess, tells where she is. Sins of the Past. So this is written by Ed Brisson with artist Dylan Burnett. And the second story is written by the same guy with art by Juanan Ramirez. I don't know any of those names. I don't know. He might dig it. He might not. It was new. It was an X book. I'm giving it a shot. And that is all. Just 4 books this week. Like I said, it was a very light week for new comics. Hopefully next week we'll get things back on track more, and it'll be back to being on a Wednesday. In case you're watching this and wanting to know about the Christmas video, we didn't do one this year. With Gracie still being small, it's kind of tough to wrangle 3 people around, and the video just adds another layer to not being able to focus and kind of enjoy the holiday. Next year, I think maybe when she's a little bit older, we'll give it a shot. We'll have a recording. We might post something, but we didn't do it this year. But happy holidays to all of you, and anybody that was looking forward to it. I'm sorry that we didn't post it. But I hope you had a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holiday, whatever you celebrate. I hope it was awesome. Yeah, so that's it. See you guys next week. Take it easy.